Hi guys! So I wanted to do a quick video to show you an update. I have been bullet journaling for almost 7 months now, and I added some new collection pages, and I also have been trying out a new format. So I wanted to give you guys an update of how my bullet journal journey has been going, and a preview of how the new vertical columns layout has been going, as well as show you some of my new collection pages. So let's jump right in. Let me show you. So this is my first collection page that I set up. This is my wish list page. And so what I use this for is I write down all of the different items that I want to buy, or like I'm interested in getting, or things that I want to remember or save up for. So that's that, and I'm sorry about my camera being weird. And then I also made an incentives list down here, and these are like different little things that I can do for myself when I've accomplished a goal or done something really, really well, or like checked off all of my tasks that I'm supposed to do, just whenever I needed like ideas for different things to motivate me. And over here, I have my books to read collection. This one is where I write down books that people recommend and I want to read. So when I first started my bullet journal, I wasn't making it very pretty. I actually went back and added like these round stickers that you see all over the place. But it was just very functional, and like I would just like pick a different color pen and then like just write whatever I needed to. I wasn't really focused on making it so pretty. It was more of like a functional thing. So these pages aren't really very decorated collections, but this is my books to read page. And then I also made a collections for Christmas of 2015, which I never really like did much with it, but it was nice to track like different gift ideas for the kids and things that we wanted to do. And then I also made my first habit tracker, which after I did this layout, I realized I could do it vertical instead of, horizontal versus vertical. So I ended up switching that later. But this was my first habit tracker. And let's see what other, okay. Here's another collections page that I made. This was my daily schedule. I don't really use this much anymore, but it was helpful at first because the kids had just started going back to school, and it was helpful to have like a schedule to reference at the beginning of the school year. And I also added these little sticky notes with some washi tape to like add little details to each section to give me some idea of what I needed to work on during those times. So that was something that I did, my schedule. And then I had a goals collection page, which I think a lot of people use their bullet journal for. This is where I write down like different things that I want to accomplish and work on. And sometimes what I'll do is I'll take one of these goals and expand on it in a separate notebook where I don't have to be as organized. But this is where I keep some of my current goals that I'm working on, and I just cross them out whenever I this isn't really a collection, but I did this drawing. I think I shared this with you guys before, but I did this drawing a long time ago, and I really liked it. It's like visual representation of some of the things that I wanted and made me happy. So I wanted to put it in here because I wanted to look at it. So I just taped it on the sides and folded it in so that it would fit in here. So this is sort of a collection for me because it is, you know, different than my traditional page layout. Some of the new collections that I started, which I didn't keep up, was this expenses log. And I also set up like a monthly index, like with each day of the month. I didn't really like this though because I didn't refer to it at all. I needed to see it more laid out in like a square grid format. And then I also started writing my goals at the bottom of each month section. And I do still do that. So I carried it over in a different way, but I still managed to write my goals out. So that was that. This is another schedule page that I did. This was more of like what I was using my time doing. And I wanted to see like how many hours I was working compared to other things. So I did this like filled out schedule of my days. And I don't really refer to this anymore, but it was helpful at the time. And one of the things I miss, which I need to do more of, is adding little quotes. So I used to add more quotes to my layouts when I had more room, but I'm not really doing that anymore. So I need to, I really liked seeing those, so I want to start doing that. This page is a list I made of things to read and do. It was basically things to do that weren't so computer focused. Although some of them are on the computer, it still was like different things that I could do to get me to spend some time off the computer, because I get a lot of headaches and stuff from being on the computer too much. So that's why I made this list, and I do refer to this from time to time when I can't think of ideas of what to do to get offline. And I don't know if this counts as a collection, but at the end of the month, I like to do a little monthly recap. And I haven't been doing it every month consistently because sometimes I forget. But this is like a recap for the month of October. And what I used to do is I would count in my habit tracker. Well, I didn't have a habit tracker then, but I would go back and count like how many days I drank all of my water and how many days I exercised, and then kind of like tally it up and see like if I had improved or like how good I had done that month and if I could get better. And this is the first time that I started doing the horizontal habit tracker, which I really loved, and I loved all of the colors that I used in it, but it got to be a lot of work to fill in the colors. Every day I'd have to like remember to bring my colored pencils with me everywhere. So I eventually just started using black check marks, but I'll show you guys. I think I ended up doing it for a couple more months, but then I stopped. Here's another of those quotes that I love. I really loved doing this, so I want to try to incorporate that more into my current spreads, which I'll share with you guys in a little bit. But I love having the quotes in my bullet journal. I love looking back at them. Here's another one that I did. So, let's see what other collections. This is my habit tracker for December. As you can see, like I started adding more tasks and it got bigger, more colors involved. And then I think I ended up doing it one more month, which I'll share with you guys, but yeah, I didn't do it much too longer. This is my meal prep guide collection. I started meal prepping in December and I really loved it. I mean, it made my lunches and my weeks so much better when I had something healthy to go to eat, and I didn't have to like go out and get McDonald's or snack on a bag of chips. I had these pre-made lunches that were delicious and nutritious. So I made this in here to give me like a visual, pretty inspiration to meal prep. So I really love this collections page. It's probably one of my favorites. And this collections page was my 2015 year review. I wasn't really ready to do this page. I didn't really have a lot of things that I had been focusing on this year that I could review or write about, although I did try to add a couple of things. And then I ended up using it as a washi sampler. So I took pieces of the new washi I had ordered and pasted them in here so I could have a visual reference of what it looked like. And over here is a little collections page as well. This is my bean making card where I keep track of when I make beans, the amount of water and cups of beans that I use, just so I can learn the right ratio, because I'm Cuban, but I still haven't learned how to make beans. So that was that. And this is the last colorful habit tracker that I ended up doing. As you can see, halfway through, I just decided to do the black, and then I just gave up altogether in January on tracking my habits. But I picked it back up this month, which is March. I didn't do one for February, I don't think, but yeah, so that was something that I liked doing and I missed, so I started doing that again. And in January, I attempted to track my expenses again. But no, it just never works. I never remember to log them in here. And we have an app that tracks all of that, so I probably have to find a different way to track these the expenses in here if I'm going to be doing that. One thing that I really loved in January, as far as my collection pages go, is the gratitude log. So I got this idea online from someone on Tumblr, and I thought I would do the same thing. So I basically filled 2 pages with a day for each day of the month, and then I would write down like what I was thankful for. And in order to remind me to write down what I was thankful for, I added a little checkbox in my habit tracker so it would prompt me to come over here and fill this out. And at the beginning, my colors for January were silver and blue, so I would do like alternating, and then I just stopped carrying those pens around and gave up and made them black, which was fine. I need to stop like coloring everything so much. This is another little quote that I cut out of a magazine, and I just glued it on here. So this is when I started doing my pages a little differently, where they weren't, you know, just free form. I started like lining them out and separating them. And I would say this is where I stopped adding like so many quotes and different things and images that I wanted to, just because I wasn't sure how much space I would have. And then over here, I just decided to do a monthly spread, so I skipped those 2 pages. But let me see if I have any other collections. I don't know if I showed you guys this yet, but this is a little Project Life card that I ran out of space here with things that I wanted to do. So I added this in with a little bit of washi tape. So that was a little collection for that. And I think these are just, okay, here we go. So I made this to keep track of like different bills that we had paid and when, just so that I know what we have left and what we have coming up. So this is my bills tracker. I have the company here, the date that it's due, that it usually is debited, the amount, and then if it's automatically withdrawn, I put a little W there, and then it shows me, I put a yes so that I know it's going to automatically come out of the bank, and we can plan for that money being out. I also made the accompanying page over here. We just got a new to us car, so I wanted to have a visual way of tracking like the different payments that we owed and to see when we were close to paying it off. So I started this car payment tracker, and I just fill it in every month when I actually pay it. And then it's a nice way for me to see how close we are to paying it off. So I put that in there. And, so this is another little collections that I did, my monthly goals. I really loved how this turned out. I felt like just writing it down was extremely helpful. And so, I mean, we're still in March, but it's been great. I've done most of these things already with the kids, and Girly Planners is going great. So I will definitely be doing this every month, just writing out my goals. And they weren't really very structured. It was just things that I know were on my mind and I wanted to take care of and focus on, like me or my husband or the kids. And then Girly Planners, which is my bullet journal blog and website. So this collections page is also one of my favorites. I love the colors and how everything turned out. And then here is my habit tracker for March. I kept it simple because I know I didn't want it to be time consuming and that I'd have to carry around a bunch of colored pencils. I can just check things off quickly and track what I want to focus on. So that's my current habit tracker layout. And then here is some pictures of my current weekly spreads. So this is the format that I've been trying, which is a vertical. And originally when I set this up, after filling in like the first couple of days, I was running out of room, and I realized that it's because I made my to-do sections too big. So I decided to try another horizontal spread, which is the week that we're on right now. But I really do like the vertical layout. I think it kind of grew on me. So I will be going back to the vertical, and I'll show you guys some of the other ones that I've done that I haven't shared yet. But yeah, so I started doing this vertical layout, and I really loved it. I don't know if I did any other ones in February. No, so this was all horizontal. Okay. So I decided to keep this up and just don't make my to-do sections so big. I'm just going to fit my to-dos in with the rest of my content. So this was the first week that I did that, and then this is last week, and I loved this week. I felt like I had space for everything that I needed to do. I still tracked all of my food and my exercise, any like calls or personal events that I had, which we had a lot for some reason this week. And I even added like some little weather stickers that I had printed out. So I tracked things that I'm thankful for. And I love this color scheme. I thought it was great. I really am happy with this week, or last week. This is the week that we're on now. And I'm going out of town this week. So it's a little empty and free because I didn't want to have to track anything. I'm going on vacation. So we're just going to have fun and write things down as I feel like. But I was able to add my thankful sticker, which I try to do one for the week just so that I am conscious of tracking things that I'm grateful for. And I don't not like this layout anymore, but I'm really leaning towards the vertical. So I did the next following weeks with the vertical layout. So this is when my kids are going to be on spring break. And let me move this in so you guys can see it better. So I leave it pretty empty so that I can fill it in with different things as they're coming up. And I find that I really like this layout with my to-do list for the week over here. So anything that isn't like day specific will go over here. And then my goals, if I have any, which I don't for this week because I'm going to be on vacation. So this week was kind of laid back. I actually ended up making these stickers to track birthdays. This is a rub-on, but I made like stickers of it so that I could use that because I really liked how that turned out. And then my puppy's birthdays is coming up, so I put that in there as well. And this is the last week of March, which I started playing around with and setting up because I printed out some of my new stickers and I just love them. So I wanted to start using them right away. I decided to switch up my goals in my to-do sections because I usually don't have as many goals as I have to-dos. So I thought I would, that would be an appropriate amount of space. And then I added this weekend sticker here, which is, it takes up both days. And I made that specifically for my bullet journal, so it fits like the little squares in my grid. And then I have like my weekly accountability call and my meal stickers. I don't know if you guys can see that here to like write down what we're going to eat. I made these little planning stickers to remind me that I need to set up my April on the next page this weekend, and then I'll be filling it up as things happen and things come up. And then of course I have my weekly water tracker. I don't know if you guys can see, but let's see if I can zoom in. See? Drink my water. So yes, so this is, I just wanted to show you guys a quick update of my bullet journal, the new collection pages that I had added, and how I'm liking my, the vertical columns that I have set up. So if you guys have any questions or anything, I always respond to every comment, and I look forward to making more videos for you guys. So if you like this one, just click the like button below. I love to see that you guys like my videos, and have a great week, and I will talk to you guys soon.